At just 18 years old, Paula married into immense wealth and quickly became the nation's glamorous first lady. But behind the polished image, she was secretly wasting her husband's fortune while carrying on a passionate affair with a much younger man. Yet that was only the beginning. Desperate to spend her life with her lover, Paula came up with a shocking scheme. She ordered her loyal butler to find a woman who looked almost identical to her. Eventually, he discovered Minna, a simple young woman from the countryside. Under the pretense of offering support through a charitable foundation, the butler convinced Minna to travel to the capital. Once Minna arrived, Paula wasted no time revealing her outrageous plan. She expected Minna to impersonate the first lady and take her place. Horrified, Minna immediately refused, but Paula had anticipated resistance. She threatened the life of Minna's mother, leaving the young woman with no way out. With no alternative, Minna reluctantly agreed. While the president was away on an extended business trip, Paula began preparing her replacement. Minna underwent intensive training. She learned to erase her rural accent, mastered elegant manners, and studied every detail about the people living and working inside the presidential residence. Every gesture, every habit, every name had to be memorized. The closer the plan came to completion, the more excited Paula became. Within a matter of days, Minna had been transformed completely. New clothing, professional makeup, and refined behavior turned her into a convincing copy of the first lady. Delighted by the result, Paula removed her wedding ring and slipped it onto Minna's finger. The final stage of the plan was ready. Escorted by Paula's staff, Minna entered the presidential mansion. Despite all her preparation, she was overwhelmed by the incredible luxury surrounding her. Every room seemed more magnificent than the last. Meanwhile, Paula rushed off to reunite with her lover and enjoy the freedom she believed she had finally secured. Before leaving, the butler handed Minna a phone and instructed her to call him whenever she needed assistance. From that moment forward, Minna began her frightening new life under a false identity, constantly terrified that someone would discover the truth. Several days later, President David returned home. Minna carefully maintained her role and greeted him warmly. However, her behavior immediately caught his attention. The real Paula had always argued with him, but now she appeared unusually kind and cooperative. Although David found the change strange, he eventually dismissed his concerns. What Minna didn't realize was that Paula never intended for her double to survive. Behind the scenes, a far darker plan was unfolding. Using an anonymous identity, Paula published what appeared to be an ordinary newspaper article. Hidden within the text was a secret coded message directed at the butler. The order was simple: eliminate Minna at the perfect opportunity. The following day, the president and first lady were scheduled to appear at a major public ceremony. Paula intended for the assassination to happen in full view of the nation. If Minna died while posing as the first lady, Paula would be free forever. After receiving the coded instructions, the butler immediately hired a mysterious assassin, paying him a fortune to complete the mission. On the day of the event, Minna attended the ceremony while struggling to control her nerves. David noticed her unusual confidence and composure, which only deepened his confusion. Elsewhere, Paula sat comfortably in front of the television, eagerly waiting for events to unfold. Nearby, an elderly photographer suddenly lost consciousness after being attacked from behind. The assassin had arrived. He retrieved a sniper rifle hidden in advance, assembled it within moments, aimed directly at Minna, and pulled the trigger. A single shot rang out. The woman believed to be the first lady collapsed. Before millions of viewers watching live across the country, panic instantly spread through the crowd. Security forces rushed into action, while chaos erupted at the ceremony. Watching from afar, Paula was overjoyed. Convinced that her plan had succeeded, she celebrated with her lover. But instead of sharing her excitement, John stared at her in disbelief. Even he had not expected her to go so far as to arrange the death of an innocent woman. Paula immediately began talking about their future together. To her shock, John suddenly turned against her. Without Paula's position and influence, many of his questionable business operations would collapse. Furious, he tore off the ring she had given him and walked away. Paula desperately begged him to stay, but John coldly informed her that she was no longer useful to him. At that moment, the truth finally became clear. Throughout their entire relationship, she had merely been a tool serving his ambitions. But Paula was far too dangerous and unstable to accept rejection, and she had no intention of letting John leave her life so easily.